Or why would they pay you when they just invite you and you just turn up? You say yes to everything. They must go, oh, this guy will come if we ask him. You sure?
Wait,
You sure no one else has come? No, he'll definitely come. Ped? Oh, yes. Yes, please. I'll be there. What's in it for me? Nothing. Do you sell the car in the UK? No. You get air miles? No. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for sure. Yeah.
It's harsh. Right. Have you finished being horrible to me?
Yes. Wow.
Old man. Just saying, by the way, he turned old yesterday. Were you 47 yesterday?
45, actually.
Oh, sorry, I got that wrong.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, mate.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, belated birthday.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
45. God, I remember that.
Do you?
Yeah, that's a long time ago, that.
Yeah.
Pat will remember it one day.
I know.
About 20 years' time.
He's probably sitting there smug right now thinking that's so far off. But actually, the reality is it turns up very quickly.
It happens really quick. Anyway, easy now. Welcome back to the Drive Talk podcast, powered by Michelin. We're here in the roastery again. I always love coming here because I get a really nice cup of coffee in the morning. And it just has that, it just smells of coffee grinding in.
It's that aroma. It's my...
No, it's not you.
Oh.
No, it's the coffee I can smell, hopefully.
Yeah, no, it's lovely, isn't it? Really nice. And it's not so nice outside. It's actually the amount of times this year we've filmed podcasts in here and it's beautiful outside and you're like in air conditioning wishing you out there. But today it's like properly miserable. I think autumn is suddenly here. Trees are changing colour and I don't know what
I had those 2 days of summer. They were both nice.
Yep.
Yeah, and no, it's horrible weather now. I'm just glad I haven't got a car to have to film today.
Yes.
Have you?
Me too. I don't have a car that I'm filming today, although I did bring my camera gear just in case. But I do have a car with me.
What colour? It's just parked over my... If you're watching on YouTube, you might just see a little bit of it over my shoulder. What colour is that?
I knew you were going to ask me, so actually...
Have you got the spec?
Oh, I've got my laptop here because of something we're going to be doing shortly. I feel like you, Petrol Ped.
Yeah.
I feel very organised.
You can tell now that he's got the spec sheet up and everything.
Here we go. So it's copper ruby metallic.
It's a beautiful colour.
It is lovely, isn't it?
Is that a standard colour or is that PTS?
It's a standard colour. It's on the configurator, but it's an expensive special one.
How much?
£2,250. Yeah, so not quite as expensive as that KNS colour that you drove up Goodwood Hill last year, which was how much?
Oh, it was like $5,000 or something, really.
Yeah, I think it was more than that. I think it was about 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's lovely. But talking of lovely colours and cars, and actually they complement each other really well. There's an M550i parked here, D-badge. No idea whose it is. I'm guessing it's one of Podium's customers because it's absolutely rammed behind us. The busiest I've seen it. Yeah, it's really nice, subtle. It's got like a coffee interior with like I don't even know, what would you call that? Like lagoon green or something?
I don't know, but from the front, because of the trim around the front. My first glance at it, I thought it was M5 CS, but because I don't know my BMW so well, but it's very nicely spec'd.
It is. No, it's lovely.
So we've got so much to talk about. We're going to do one of our challenges in this episode, and I think it's probably the challenge you've lent into the most.
Well, it is, to be fair, as you probably already know, Ped is way more organised than I am, and he spearheads a lot of these podcasts and challenges, although I have mostly kicked his ass with most of the challenges. But he has had his good moments, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, in this one, I think a week ago, you're like, right, Joe, you come up with something this time. So I did, and we'll get into that shortly, but it's it's a good one. It's probably already in the title or something. I'm not sure, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. And the difference with this one is we're going to score each other after we've heard what the other one says. So that's going to be good. We want you lot to get involved in that, but we'll get to that soon.
Exactly. And before you do that, talking about getting involved, if you haven't subscribed already, we're banging on the door of 7,000 subs on.
So close.
I know.
Yeah.
So that would be amazing if we could hit that. And also, if you're following us or listening to us on a podcast platform, give us a follow, write a review. We're still trying to grow. It's just so difficult to grow numbers at the moment on any online platform.
It is.
But yes, do that for us. So you're about to be really busy for the next few weeks, as am I. So, and we haven't seen each other for a couple of weeks. So in our normal lives, we're pretty busy. What have you been up to, mate?
I've actually, well, compared to you, I feel like I haven't really been doing too much. I have been busy filming lots of stuff in the UK though, which has made a nice change, and I think I've timed it quite well with the weather, apart from today. Yeah, I've had a couple of Porsches, which are always good. Always love having a Porsche press car. And I've actually filmed something that there will be a video coming out very soon. And I know this is going out literally tomorrow or something. Yeah. So might be on my channel this weekend, just waiting for clearance and approval. But I filmed an electric car and really rather loved it.
So I'm going to try and find the WhatsApp while you're talking about it. So I got wind of the fact you'd driven this electric car, and I sent you a WhatsApp, right? Yeah. And I actually screenshotted the WhatsApp just for basic, I thought I'm going to have a bit of that. So here we go. Here we go.
Beep.
Yeah, well, no, you're being really reasonably polite. So we were having a conversation about the M4 convertible I took to Europe recently, which was amazing. And I just said, how was the 5N? In reference to the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. And the response was, effing amazing, mate, probably the most exciting car I've driven this year. And I went back and went, and it's electric. Yeah. If anybody ever wanted an endorsement about how good a car is, and I'm gutted because I think I'm probably the only automotive person I know that hasn't driven it yet. Everybody raves about that car.
Obviously me being me, I'd seen all the raving and the stuff and heard the gears, and in my head I'm just like, it's all gimmicky. And the almost annoying thing, and don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful. It was a paid video, right? So I had budget, hence me taking it to a track day and stuff. You'll see the video. There's almost a frustration that it was paid, because there will be a few people, and my audience, they know that I'm very honest and open about stuff.
We've done a few podcasts on this subject, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. But there will be a few people that will think, oh, Joe's just saying that because it's a paid thing. But I've never been so blown away and just amazed by a product, especially in the last few years, because I've shot a few videos recently where I've had high expectations about the car, and the car's kind of let me down and not been lived up to what I thought, including even the KNS that I've just given back. Wasn't what I was hoping it would be. It was a brilliant car, but it wasn't. My expectations are, it's very rare these days for me that I get into something with lower expectations and get blown away. And that's exactly what happened with that 5N. As I said, I'm going to ruin the video and say too much. But firstly, you need to get your hands on one as soon as possible. And secondly, it does give me hope and living hope that electric cars, if they are engineered properly and they've got the right ingredients, that thing is it's a riot. Really, really good.
I think what they've done there with the noise and the gear, synthetic gears, is it ticks so many boxes for what people have against EVs, right? So, but we are starting to see quite a few all-electric cars that are designed around being great to drive. I drove the Alpha Junior, which isn't the same performance as the Ioniq 5N, but God, did it drive well.
Yep.
Next week, I'm going to Japan to drive Nissan's Ariya Nismo. So they've taken their kind of mid-size, it's a very similar size car to Ioniq 5N actually, and they've given it to the Nismo team. Now I went in one, a pre-production one, when I went to the Formula E in Tokyo and just had hot laps around the Formula E circuit.
Yep.
And it was amazing. I wasn't driving. I had some professional Japanese racing driver dude who set fire to the brakes, basically. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm really keen to drive Ioniq 5N.
Yeah. No, mate, you need to. And talking about setting fire to the brakes, one thing in my head was, okay, I'm going to do this track day, take people out for hot laps, experience it myself, etc. But the one thing I thought, as with all road cars, you take them on track, fast road cars, unless they're Porsche GT products or lightweight Caterhams or whatever, purpose-built track things. I thought what's going to struggle with this car are going to be the brakes, because although they're massive and upgraded from the regular Ioniq 5, you know, it's a 2.2 ton car that's got over 600 horsepower in cases. So, but actually, because a lot of the braking is done via regen.
I was going to say regen will probably
that took over most of the braking. So when you understood how that worked, because initially I was over braking into everything and slowing down way too quickly, which is a good thing on a track day. And then you get used to it, and you come in after 4 or 5 hot laps where brakes on my M3 would be red hot. You know, you wouldn't go near the wheel. There's no engine there's no engine under the bonnet, so you've got no radiators blowing hot air into the wheel arches. The brakes are doing half the work. So suddenly the tyres, everything benefits from that, because the temperatures are a lot lower. So all these things that in my head I thought were going to be worse because it's a bigger and heavier car, actually, because of the way it's put together and engineered, Anyway, as you can see, I'm genuinely still like trying to come to terms with what I experienced.
As many of our audience will be feeling the same as me. I'm sat here watching you going, wow. I mean, this is Joe raving about an EV.
I know.
I've, by the way, I've seen some of the footage of Joe's video on this, so I'm not going to say anything either, but by God, you need to go and watch it because it's wicked.
Yeah.
There might be a black flag or two waved, but you need to go on watch.
Yes.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Exactly.
Wow. So while you were doing that, I kind of had a U experience. So I took an M4, the new LCI M4 convertible, on a bit of a road trip.
A lovely road trip.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It's in Switzerland based. I don't think it's the place where you go to drive a supercar fast, because the police are pretty, on it, aren't they?
Yep.
But it's a beautiful country. I was like, it just blew us both away.
Especially, in your car, what you guys did.
Yeah.
I mean, that looked like all your trips, though, Ped. I mean, we both have some awesome road trips, but that looked amazing.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
And how was it? Yeah, so you enjoyed the car?
I enjoyed the car. Tracy enjoyed it more.
Okay.
She's already, and this is quite amusing, she's now sending me Auto Trader adverts for year-old, 18-month-old M4 convertible.
And don't they depreciate nicely, those things?
That car I had was 115 grand, I think, by the time I went on the configurator and spec'd it out. You can get
60?
Yeah, year-old one for 60.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. So I'm now going to try and persuade Tracy that really we do still need a 911 convertible, not an M4 convertible. But luckily, she then sent me, while I was away, a picture saying, I like this one. It was a 911, right?
What?
Being revealed.
Okay.
Beautiful colour. And it was an ST. So like,
obviously didn't have a price on it. Oh,
no.
I said for
no, I don't think it's quite... and then the next one was... a GT3 Touring, but it was in oak green metallic with bronze wheels and tan interior.
I saw that last night. I saw that last night, actually, on Auto Trader. Romans or something.
It was an Instagram reel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, he's going.
Yeah. Lovely.
So that was a really, really interesting trip. I managed to get better MPG out of the car than you did out of the similar engine.
Yes, but then I was 3 out with loads of luggage, and to be fair,
and I have this foot's really heavy, this right foot.
It was, my parents, they're great on our little road trip that we did. They just, Dad's a bit like, doesn't say, when he's nervous, he doesn't say much, but Mum just sits there and smiles. And then after 2 days, Dad's just kind of like tuned into it all. So we made some good progress on some days, but
some good progress.
Makes a change from this country where you just give up trying to make good progress. But
well, I was in much nicer climes yesterday, because where I was yesterday it was 45 degrees.
That's too hot, though, isn't it?
It's too hot. I got there in the evening on Monday, and it was dark. It was about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the evening. It was still 35 degrees.
Wait, you haven't said where though, Ped?
Abu Dhabi.
And I can't believe I'm about to say this. Could you repeat your terrible joke?
Oh, my joke?
Do
you like it?
I think it's so bad that it's definitely worth repeating.
Well, it's just apparently the people who live in Dubai don't really know who Fred Flintstone is.
Okay.
But don't worry, because the people who live in Abu Dhabi do. That got some real groans on. I put that on a reel on my Instagram page. I've got a lot of flack for that.
Oh, it's
No, it's been a few beers, but I was out there for the launch of the new Nissan Patrol.
Yep.
You might go, Ped, why did you go to all the way to Abu Dhabi to see the launch of a car we're not going to get in the UK?
Yes. Well, I didn't know it wasn't coming here, but now that I know that.
The reason it's not coming here, it's massive.
Right.
5.2 meters long.
Right.
And how much do you reckon it weighs?
Ooh, is it a hybrid?
No, it's a twin turbo V6.
Okay. I don't know, 2.5 tons?
No.
3?
No.
What? More than that?
Yep.
Well, it can't be more than 3.5, can it?
It's 3.5 tons.
Oh my goodness. And it's not even a hybrid or electric.
That's wet, and it's got very nearly 100-litre fuel tank.
Wow. Okay. But still, it's well over 3 tons.
Giganormous. 8-seater.
Yeah.
So it's got 3 rows of seats. The back row of seats is 3 seats for adults. It's massive.
Wow.
But it was really interesting because we don't get them over here. And we've talked about SUVs and 4x4s and stuff a bit. We're so obsessed with things like Range Rovers and Land Rovers and things. Over there, Toyota Land Cruisers and Nissan Patrols rule the roost. And it's the same. I met your mate, Paul Merrick from Australia, from Car Expert.
Big shout out, Paul.
Paul.
We're going to get Paul on the podcast when we all go to Australia.
I literally talked about it.
So what we need is some backing from BMW Australia, some Mini Australia, and maybe Car Expert, because those guys are swimming in cash. So
let's do it. Yeah. So out there, Australia, New Zealand, parts of Asia, Nissan Patrol and Land Cruisers are just massive. So it was just a really, really interesting thing to see that level of enthusiasm over a car.
Yep.
And the difference between a Middle East car launch and a European car launch is very different.
Okay.
It's elbows out when the presentation stops and the cars are there and you can get some pictures. It's like, oh wow. It's like,
well, I watched Paul did like a 7 or 8 minute walk around video.
Yeah.
And I think the first thing he said was, I think he'd escaped the end of the briefing or something to get out there, because he said, I'm just preparing myself to get like,
my video drops Friday, but it was. I was sat in the driver's seat and I had a guy helping me film, and I'm doing a bit to camera, and this guy stuck his camera phone through the driver's window, which happened to be open, and started panning it round the interior while I'm doing a bit to camera.
You should have just put the window up.
It's just like, wow. So but no, really cool car.
Okay. Really cool car. Yeah, no, it looked good. And it's it's interesting. There's obviously still such a big market for that, isn't there? In certain areas that cool. Nice. I think we forgot to talk about the
Sims.
The background, it's changed. Normally, and there still are behind the Sims, but there's normally quite a few sexy cars behind us, but now there's some sexy Sims.
Well, they've changed the members area a little bit, so that is now mainly down here. So they've moved the 3 Sims that were over in the members area.
Yep.
But we'll be going on them after we finish recording this pod.
Looking forward to that, mate. What shoes are you wearing?
I'm actually. I decided to wear just normal shoes, so you didn't take the mickey out of me.
That's an excuse for when you.
Yeah, exactly.
When you come last.
Racing drivers.
Yeah. Nice. I'm looking forward to that. It's good, and it's awesome to see. I mean, this place is always really, really busy.
Yeah.
Are
you ready for the challenge?
Have we made it to the challenge? Let's have a look at my list. Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh no, the only thing I've not got a press card at the moment, but I did go chibacking a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. What?
Chiback.
Chibacking.
Yeah.
Chiback.
So it's a Korean word, which basically cha is car and
camping.
back is car. Yeah.
Yes.
In the back. I went to the launch of the new Hyundai Santa Fe, and we drove all the way to Wales, to a bike park in Wales, which is where they do the hardline.
Yes.
Diffie Bike Park.
Yep.
And we were meant to park and camp right at the top of Diffie Bike Park, Wales, but the weather was so bad.
Wait, bad weather in Wales? Never experienced that before.
Mate, it was shocking. It was really high wind, really horrible rain. So we slept. We actually stayed in the very bottom campsite. Very bottom car park.
Okay.
Still good fun though.
Yeah, I saw that. Because there was a few rotations as well. Like, were you on the first?
I don't know. I think probably.
There was definitely people that I saw that went after you, and I just kind of in my head I was like, what if, like, I'm not suggesting that you'd done it. I'm not sure how to word this because it's PG, but what if someone, just did something in the back of that car, and then there was someone else sleeping in it the night after?
What? I don't know what you we weren't.
I was just like, oh man. But I suppose that's the same with a hotel room, isn't it?
It was really good fun.
Yeah. No, it looked good. A very practical big car.
Big car, decent money, and very, very, very interesting. But, come on then.
Okay.
I'm a bit nervous because you've actually done some work for this one, and I kind of, when I was in Abu Dhabi in my hotel the other morning, I kind of did my selection over about 25 minutes, half an hour.
Don't start making excuses, mate.
So what we thought we'd do, we've done quite a few of these challenges before where we set ourselves normally 3 or 4 different price points to select a car.
Yep.
But you decided a car wasn't enough.
No, well, I think...
Were you inspired by my dream garage build?
Well, there is partly that, and I'm actually in the process of hopefully getting my garage done to a much lesser extent than yours, obviously. But I think it's something we all talk about. Oh, what's your 2-car dream garage?
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, right, okay, well let's modify that and move it on a little bit, and break it up into 4 different pricing structures. So your dream 2-car garage at 150 grand, 100 grand, 50 grand, 25 grand, and that's combined price, right?
Yeah.
But then throw in some more. In fact, Patrick came up with...
It's a great caveat there.
Yeah, not the same manufacturer, which obviously threw it out for me. I was like, what? I can't have 2 BMWs? That's ridiculous. So yeah, Patrick said not the same manufacturer.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Have you missed that?
On one of them, maybe.
Oh, well, we'll let you off. Obviously, points deducted for that. Oh, I think yours is going to be like a Mini and a BMW and whatever. And then the other
and a BMW for you.
The other rule was that one had to be practical, i.e., 4 seats or more and practical, and that practical daily car has to still be in some kind of manufacturer's warranty. So that's the other caveat. But the other car, the second car, as it were, can be this. It can be whatever it wants to be.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it.
It's a good challenge.
It is a good challenge. Yeah. No, I've enjoyed.
So we're going to go low to high or high to low?
I think we go high to low this time. Let's start at £150,000 combined, and I think you should go first.
Oh.
And as we talked about earlier on, we want you guys and girls to get involved in the comments below. Either say that you prefer Ped's or mine, and also what you would have, because I'm always interested to hear everyone's opinion on this, because honestly, there's so much choice out there. I know cars are expensive, but our second-hand market is it's amazing.
I know. The thing though, when you got that budget, so we're starting off with 150 grand, think, okay, am I going to go like 50-50 and spend the same amount on each car? Yep. Am I going to go massive dream car and then have a shed?
Yeah.
Or am I going to try and have 2 cars that I would really, really want and aspire to? And I think for £150,000, and let's get it out there before we even start. Yeah, that is a shed load of money to buy 2 cars, and for most people, it's just where we dream, right?
Yep.
And that's definitely the case for us.
Yep.
I've just spent that money and a bit more on a garage. So I've got a lovely garage, but nothing to park in it.
Yes.
So I've got to go first.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we've both got our laptops as well, so we mean business here.
So this is the one where I might have a bit of an issue with manufacturer.
Okay.
Because they're both the same.
Okay. Yeah. Just this second, I've just been like, oh, my 25 grand car, there's an issue in one of those, which is a rule that I made up. Anyway, we'll get to that soon.
So the way I work with this one is I'd actually thought of the narrative going a low to high. So if we're doing the other way around. So for me, 150 grand,
yep.
I could have two of my dream cars pretty much in there, or 2 cars that I think would just be epic. And I decided I wasn't going to do it 50-50. I was going to do it kind of 66-33. So like 2/3 and a third.
Yep.
Okay. So I was going to spend the bulk of the money or the biggest part of the budget on the daily.
Yep.
And I've decided to go to Stuttgart. And the really funny thing is, you've turned up in it today.
No way.
Way.
No. Oh, wow. Okay.
Macan GTS.
That is very... Is that turned right up? There we go.
So Macan GTS, 2024. I mean, I've not picked a car, but there's one here that is it's a 2024. It's got just under 3,000 miles on the clock. Macan, and it's 93 grand. You can get that one there, 6,000 miles, 90 grand.
Yeah,
there's plenty of them out there. And for me, we were talking about it. I chuckled to myself when you rocked up in one this morning.
Oh, because you probably didn't know I had that, right?
No, I didn't know. Yeah. And for me, a Macan GTS. Yeah. The reason I wanted that as an everyday car is it does two things. It's big and practical. Yep. But Jesus, they go down the road well.
Absolutely.
And just phenomenal things. I haven't driven the latest gen GTS. The last Macan GTS I drove was the one before that. Yeah. And that was still amazing. But they're like 435 brake.
Yep. They do it. I mean, as I'm discovering, I've only had that a couple of days, but absolutely brilliant piece of kit. Does everything. And actually, it's most of these smaller SUVs or these, whatever they call them, the compact, like an Evoque or... they're actually disappointingly small inside. But I have to say, even though that looks like it's not packaged as well as some newer stuff, the boot in it's massive, the cabin's really nice. Yeah. Driving position's spot on as you'd expect. Yeah. And to think that underneath, I know it's got the same platform as something like a Q5, which isn't a bad car, but it's a dull car. They couldn't be more different. I mean, that is so that's I approve. And I approve of that.
The other thing, it's for us with the dogs, my bike, there's a load of practicality. Yep. It doesn't matter whether I'm driving or whether Tracy's driving. I think it'll be just the best day ever.
Yeah. Right. Very good.
So that
leaves you with 60 grand.
That's 60 grand.
Okay.
Right. And I've already given away the fact that I want a 2 Porsche garage. Right. So what can you get for 60 grand? Well, you can scratch your GT car itch. And you can buy a 981 GT4 Cayman.
Very nice. Yeah.
And again, you go on Auto Trader or lots of other sites, but you can get 65 plate or a 2016 car, 20,000 miles. Yeah. For 60 grand.
Yeah. And there's got carbon seats and everything.
Yeah. And you look and again, you just can't go wrong with it.
No, that's.
And now, I mean, normally I would have. I think most of my other second cars might be soft top. I think. Yep. But I'm desperate to scratch my GT car itch, and I think that would be ace.
I think, mate,
you can't. I don't think for that budget I can't go down the 911 route. Really, yes, you could buy like a 996 or a 997, probably.
Yeah, definitely for 60 grand.
But come on, it's still one of the the 981 Cayman GT4.
Yeah,
car.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's definitely a special car. It's also a car that I don't think would lose any money. Like it's.
No,
I think they've settled now completely, and very nice, mate. Well, if I had to score you, I'd have to score you a 9 out of 10.
Wow!
But I'm gonna have to remove a point because
they're both Porsche.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get an 8 out of 10.
That's still. I mean, I'm still pleased with anything over 4 from you. So.
No, I really like. I do that, mate. That's a 2-car garage and a half.
Yeah, and if you played your big game. Might not even spend 150 grand. You might be, 5 grand under or something. But because there's some movement on any of those. I did just a search on Auto Trader, and I haven't picked a specific car. Yep. But there's plenty of them around that money, that kind of money.
Yeah, lovely jubbly.
Nice. Cool. So how do you spend your 150 grand then, Dave?
Well, let me just get
and one of them can't be a Cashmere Passat and then buy a GT3 RS.
Oh, while we're talking about that, actually, that's a great point. Yeah. A little interlude. The wonderful Cashmere Passat, for those of you that might have missed it.
Cashmere Passat.
Cashmere Passat. Sorry, I need to say it in a petrol pad voice. Oh. It went to a wonderful guy called Nathan, lives up near Lincoln, and he was the highest bidder on the Piston Heads auction. And it went for £6,100.
Wow.
Plus auction fees that Piston Heads have donated as well. So I ended up giving Mind Charity about £6,500.
Wow, that's amazing.
Which is obviously much thanks to Michelin, who bought the car off me. Topaz for doing just wonders, and obviously Piston Heads and Nathan for buying it.
He got a bargain there.
He got. I think it's hard to put a price on that car, isn't it? Because it's like it was.
Did you sign it for him?
I didn't, but I gave him a signed Michelin cap from Patrick and I.
Cool.
And he gave me. I mean, he outclassed me with gifts. Bear in mind, he's just spent $6,000 on this car. He gave me 143 model replica cashmere of a B7 cashmere Passat. Yeah, it was exactly the same. It was slightly better spec than the one that I sold him. But
that's so cool.
But anyway, sorry, I digress. But I just
that's amazing. I think I sent you a message afterwards. Amazing project, and I don't think anyone who watches that video will have an inkling or an understanding about just how hard putting something like that together is.
Yeah.
To get all the partners on board is one thing. To execute it like you did, and to film it like you did, and then to do all the things afterwards, mate, honestly, massive congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you, mate. It was great. It was really, really good. End of an era for that car. Right, let's find these links. Shall can you use links? Here we go. And two. Oh, you can't. Yeah. Oh,
I won't look.
How am I going to do this?
So I won't look.
All right. So with the 100, it's funny. I started off because I did it the other way around. It's probably you did, starting with a 25 grand and then went up. And initially I found 25 grand really hard, and then suddenly I was like, actually, this is nowhere near as hard as I thought it would be. But then as I got more expensive, I found that hard because when you've got 150 grand to play with, there's so much choice out there, isn't there? So I had the same with you. It's like, do I spend 140 of it on a 992 GT3 and then find the most basic, daily that's in warranty? But I ended up basically splitting it down more or less the middle. And I guess my choices are very similar to yours, but different. And yeah, I personally don't know which I'd choose. So my daily, which is probably no surprise, is a BMW M3 Touring.
Oh wow! Have you ever driven one of them?
Yeah, I've spent a bit of time in one. They're not bad. Because they've taken a bit of a dive recently. Lightly used ones. You can get so they start about 70 grand on in the used market. This particular one I really like because it's a individual. Let's have a look. Where's the individual paint? Oh no, come on, Joe. You did have it written down somewhere. Anyway, it's an individual purple paint. I think if Martin from the UK or Martin from Germany were watching this now, they'd be screaming at the screen. But anyway, it's an individual paint. It's an individual merino leather purple paint. Lovely, reasonable spec, no bucket seats and stuff. But 77 grand. That's probably 100 grand's worth of car. It's done 2,500 miles, so it's had its run-in service, which costs 600 quid these days.
Yep.
So that's my daily.
Okay.
Which, as I say, is probably no surprise.
Yep.
Does everything like your Macan GTS.
Yep.
And then for my
I'm not looking.
For my fun car, almost the same.
No way.
So not a 981, although I did look at it and think, because I do really love the 981, and in many ways it's got more character than the 718 GT4, I think. But there was, 7,000 miles, 21 plate. It's got all the right options. Okay, steel brakes, but, I think it's a one-owner car. It's got the bucket seats.
Yeah.
Lovely. And it's an auto as well. I was like, there's PD. You could get PDK or manual for that sort of money.
Yeah.
And that is, what's that, 73. So that leaves me with £1,000.
There you go. And again, I could have massaged the Macan to give me more money to get 718. But that's a good.
But see what I mean about we've both gone very similar.
Yeah.
Like very, very similar. Like I could have gone 9. I was also, I could have spent more on my first car. So, so what do you think?
I'm going to say, I'm going to give you an 8.
Yes.
Right? And the reason I'm going to give you an 8...
Yeah, it's because it was predictable.
It's because you chose M3 Touring and you've got one. Right? If you want an aspirational garage, it shouldn't be a car you actually got. But I understand why you got it, because at the end of the day, as a daily, I don't think it gets much better than an M3 Touring, right?
No, But that's driving that here today. I was like sitting here going, this is a really close competitor to an M3 Touring.
Yeah.
But on the face of it, most people wouldn't think that.
Okay.
But there you go. There's an e-tron turned up on a 19 plate. That's probably worth. That's got the special electronic. What do you think about, quick side subject, what do you think about the electronic door mirrors?
Dangerous, should be banned.
Yes.
Basically. I've done a few things on car. I just think they're absolutely lethal things.
Yep. Right. Let's go down now to £100,000.
Okay.
Which we all know is an awful lot of money.
It's a lot of money, right?
But it's all the name, and that's why we put the 25 grand in there, because although that's still a lot of money, it's it's more attainable with a back owner.
So with this one, all right, I thought, okay, so this is an opportunity to get a really nice daily that Tracy and I would both love, and a car that I know we both like. Because I think sometimes when you think about this, you just think about selfishly what you want.
Yep.
I'm trying to think about what Tracy would like as well, so that it might actually happen one day.
Okay.
So the daily is a car that I know she likes.
Yep.
And then the ridiculous car or the other car is one that is just stupid, but I desperately want one, and I've always wanted one and have owned one in the past.
Okay.
So daily. So 100 grand. Again, I've actually split this one pretty much 50-50.
Yep.
So around about 50 grand on the daily and around about 50 grand on the other car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured out when you said 50-50, I sort of worked that out in my head.
All right. So are we ready? So my daily car is an Audi S3.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All right. Audi S3 Sportback.
Yeah.
Again, we're going used, but within a barely used car, a 12-month-old car, probably a couple of thousand miles on the clock, 50 grand will get you an S3 Sportback.
You can actually buy, so the new S3 Sportback, or the facelift one, has just been done. Yeah. 47.5 grand, brand new, for a black edition.
Wow.
So you could buy, very likely used or a new one.
Yeah.
Great car.
The reason I chose that is
because Lou's got one.
Well, yeah. But I know they're great cars, and you think, I'd like an RS3, but actually that as a daily, the running costs are going to be a bit less. You're not going to maybe get the hit of depreciation. You're still going to get a bit, obviously, but I think that's, and I know that we both love them.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea.
So
have you driven the facelifted one?
No, not yet.
You need to get one because they've done a lot to it.
Who do I need to contact?
No idea. I could probably put you in touch, but yeah. They've made that even better, the current car.
This is such a good car.
Yeah, and it's such a people just forget the S3, or I think don't take it seriously because of cars like the RS3 and stuff. But this 8Y and the facelifted 8Y, it's a great driver's car as well, whereas the previous ones were all a bit straight line weapons, all weather weapons, but not that exciting to drive, whereas these are. So, okay, I'm liking this.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
You could go, I could go maybe S4, but then the budget goes up and they're a bit bigger. I just think footprint-wise, size-wise, S3 for us, for our need, perfect car.
Yep.
Okay. So that leaves me with 50 grand to have some fun.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then it's a good job we haven't got our lovely friend Becky Evans on, because she'd basically take the massive piss out of me for this one.
Uh-oh. Aston. Oh, no. Caterham. Oh, okay.
So I'm now going maximum Caterham fun.
Okay.
Right? Now, you don't have to spend £50,000 on a Caterham, and arguably anyone who does has a lot of money to burn, basically.
Yeah.
But for 50,000 quid, you get proper Caterham. So either you'll definitely get a 420R, which is the couple of hundred horsepower, probably peak Caterham in terms of track days and performance and stuff.
That number is the power to weight ratio, right?
Yeah, pretty much,
okay.
yeah. So they're a couple of hundred horsepower, and I think I've got a 420R in here somewhere. Or you can get a 620S, which is the silly one with 310 horsepower.
Wow.
Which, to be fair, is probably way too much. But you can, if you walked into Caterham with a budget of 50,000 quid, you're going to get a proper car.
Yep.
And I owned a Caterham. I only had a little Superlight with 160 horsepower. So, and I don't think I've driven many cars that have that feeling when you go and drive them. And I certainly haven't had many cars, even press cars, where I'd just go and take my Caterham out for a drive for the sake of going for a drive.
Yep.
And just enjoy it. They were just amazing things. they're they're not the kind of car you want to have an accident in, because even the race ones, they're with the cages and stuff. But I think they're cool. Look at that Supla R500. I mean, that was the one that the Stig did the fastest lap round the Top Gear track in.
Yeah,
got 8,000 miles on the clock. That is a proper car. So yeah, there's plenty of them there for that kind of money. So there you go. There's me sensible, and then so that'll keep Tracy happy, and then she'd hate me because I'd have a Caterham. Yeah,
but again, that's a really nice. I'm not even. I don't think I've ever looked at Caterhams online. I love Caterhams, and I've spent some time at Palmer Sport.
You'd need the SV, the wide body one, right?
Yeah, but even the wide body one, the problem with me, I find there's not enough room for my legs in the cockpit.
There's barely enough for me.
Yeah. And you've got longer legs than me. Yeah.
I can fit in a narrow body one.
Yeah.
As long as I've got the right seat and the right steering.
But you're literally like this.
It's like, but hey.
But what car? I mean, as a driver's car, it feels like a big go-kart.
Yeah. Mega. So there we go.
Great. I'm gonna give you another 8 for that.
An 8, okay.
Because I really like the whole. We have literally that S3 at home. My partner works for Audi UK, and that's a company car, and I love that car. It's a great, just get in, drive, and if you want to have some fun, you have some fun. So I really love that. Very practical for the size, and as much as I love Caterhams and don't fit in them, I think they are so much fun.
They are,
and I can't imagine what one of these would be like.
Our 420R is 210 brake.
Okay. Look at that. That's 620 or 80 grand.
Well, yeah, that's
That is it's brand new.
That's got carbon bodywork and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must be absolutely mind-blowing.
I've got a 620S press car coming in a few weeks' time. So
okay.
I've got to pick it up from Silverstone. I'll pop into your house and we go for a spin.
Oh, have you? Do it.
Yeah.
Yes. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I'd love that.
Cool.
Nice. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, another 8 sound fair?
That's good. Yeah, I'm quite impressed I didn't get 2.
Yeah. 8.
So what's your 100 grander then?
So my 100 grander is okay. So my first choice, ironically, is an Audi, but something very growing up and maybe not that exciting.
I tell you what, how old did you turn this week? Was it 45 or 85?
Well,
does that come with a smoker's pack?
But the A6 is
you've only spent 29 grand.
Yeah, it's only exactly. So
is this the one with has that still got a warranty?
Still got warranty. It's at a main dealer, so I think Audi give you an extra 2 years because it's at a main dealer. So it's got a manufacturer warranty. It's a 55. It's essentially got.
What does the 55 mean?
Oh well, that's.
You can explain the number on the back of the Audi.
Thankfully, Audi are phasing that out. But it's essentially off memory got the same engine that's got in it. It's how to get reversed into. So what's it? 350 horsepower, not 60 in 5 seconds. Well, it's not. But it's a wafting
30
machine.
Grand, though. That's amazing.
Air suspension. It is a lovely. I think it's not bad.
So it's an A. I've got to say it's an A6.
A6 55 TFSI.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I just thought as a family car, it would be very comfortable, fast enough.
So you got 70 grand. I'm now working ahead of myself to work out what he's dropped 70.
Yeah,
grand
so we'll move on from this fairly. I admit.
So that's such a granddad move to get you. Screw the family. And lovely Lou and Peggy. What can I have fun on the track?
Lou would be delighted with this because it's got an Audi badge in it.
Yeah.
But that's a nice.
Okay.
It's a nice, comfortable.
I like that. Okay.
Safe.
Okay.
Does everything, but 30 grand. That would have been 65 new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Wow.
This is my fun daily car. So it's a 991.2 T.
Yes.
At a main dealer. So again, main dealer manufacturer warranty. Manual, 28,000 miles. Even there was a few different color options. There's not many of these online, but I quite liked it in white. I thought the white with the grey wheels and stuff looks really nice.
What car?
And yeah, under 70 grand.
What I find it's really funny because I drove a 930 turbo at my mate Anthony James' cars the other week, and they had one of those in.
Yep.
And everyone raves about them, and I think it's a 911. If you look at the specs on paper, you might not be drawn to it because it's not got as much power as like an S and stuff. And but everybody I've spoken to that's driven one raves about them.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yep. I think they're just even the new. Have you driven the 992?
No.
Well, I mean, even that, especially, I went into that a few months ago, and I was like, okay, well, it's the same because it's not on paper. It looks almost exactly the same as a base 911, which is a great car.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, what makes it special? But there's just something about it. Yeah. And also, I think as a road car, I've not driven the 991.2, but I heard so many good things about it. I think as a road car, it's fast because it's still 350 horsepower. And Porsche, that's Stuttgart horsepower, as we know, is always healthy horses. But you can have a lot of fun with it on the public road, and it's not necessarily breaking the limit.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a turbo S. Forget it. You can't have fun on a public road with that because it's just too fast. And I think there's especially the manual, the 7-speed manual. You can rev it out a bit, and yeah. But I think for 70 grand, that is.
Put a nice exhaust on it. That's going to sound wicked as well, isn't it?
Exactly, a nice exhaust on that. Yeah, for me, I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's lovely, really nice. Yeah,
well,
nice.
You've kind of redeemed yourself a bit because after the first car you were at like 3 or 4 maybe, but I like that a lot.
Well, on the back of my A6, I have a sticker that says my other car's a Porsche.
Oh,
yes.
I think that's a good choice.
Yes,
a sensible choice.
Yep.
I'm going to give you an 8.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So okay, so we're at the moment it's like a dead heat.
Yeah, we're just being nice to each other.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. It's the last one. It's going to be
now. The thing is, right? I'm listening to this going. People would have expected us to do this the other way round.
Yeah.
But like you said, the more money you've got so many options.
Yeah.
And the caveat that Pat chucked in, where you have to have a manufacturer's warranty.
Yeah. No, that was mine. That was mine.
Oh, was it yours?
Yeah.
Really makes the choice of the first car a bit more tricky.
Yeah.
So now we've only got 50,000 quid.
Yes.
Right. So, £50,000. I am going for the first car for £50,000. It won't surprise you. I think this is one of the best bang for buck cars you can buy.
Okay.
And I know the second you see it, you'll go, yep.
Yes. Oh, again, I hadn't thought about that.
Skoda Octavia VRS.
Yes.
Right. Now, I mean, they're not that expensive. Well, not that expensive. Be careful with that, Peter. They're like 38 grand new.
Yeah.
Right. Used. Look at this one. Look. That, I mean, if you want a really bright green,
yeah.
But for 24 reg, 1,500 miles on the clock.
Yeah.
37,000 pounds, 35 grand, 35 grand. 35 grand all day long.
We'll get you
a really nice one. And if you're really lucky, you might get a manual. Or most of these are autos, I think.
Yeah.
But as an everyday practical car,
and estate as well.
I honestly, I just don't think you can beat that. Full stop.
No.
In fact, there's an argument that says, if you had this daily, irrespective of what your budget was going to be,
it's the only car you need.
Be on your list, right?
Yeah.
And like just what you said about the 911T. They're not that fast, so you can drive them really hard, and you're not going ballistic miles an hour. But
no,
if you get the right color, the wheels are really nice. I just think they're mega car.
Yeah, no, I agree. Again, I'm frustrated that I even forgot about them because I know we both love that car.
Yeah,
and 35. I mean, that's top money as well. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
25, you'd probably get one for 25 upwards.
I'm absolutely sure. So I didn't quite go the 50-50. So we've got 50 grand to spend. So that leaves me, depending on how much to spend on the Skoda, between 15 to 20 grand.
Yep.
Right, to spend on car number 2.
Yep.
Right. Car number 2, little bit similar. A car you can absolutely smash down a B road and not worry too much about your license. I think they look cool. You love them as well. I reckon I'm going for a 9 here, by the way.
Oh, yes. yes. Brilliant.
Hyundai i20N.
Yep.
You can pick them up for there's lots, about 20 grand, right?
Yeah.
So I need to kind of bring that Skoda in a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
But yeah, 20 grand.
Yep.
I mean,
they're thereabouts.
Thereabouts.
And again, that price is not going far, is it?
No.
Even if it loses 20% of its value in the next few years.
But honestly, if you get that, and I mean that one there, look, it's 18.5 grand.
Yeah.
It's got a Miltech quad exhaust on it.
Yep.
Yes, it's done 60,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
But it's 18 grand. It's 200 horsepower, 71 reg car.
Yep.
Mega.
Yep.
Absolutely mega thing.
Yep. Brilliant. Really, really annoyingly good. Yeah, I think that's a 9.
Yes.
That's a 9 out of 10, I would say. Because then again, Fed, what is going on? Or every car you picked so far, I actually really like and would drive.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's annoying.
Hey, it's because the people in Abu Dhabi do.
That's a great 2-car garage. That's really
be a good 2-car garage.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah.
Like
for 50 grand though.
Yeah, I know. That's great.
And that's a Hyundai, so that's got 7-year warranty on it. So
7 or 5? I think you're 5.
Oh, 5. They're 5 now. No.
I think Kia are 7.
I always get them.
Hyundai. Okay. I think Patrick's about to Google it, so he's just he's not good. He's not. Patrick's just being useless. Thanks, Patrick. So that's very good. Well, like I said, a 9. So far you would have had 2 9s and an 8.
Yeah,
but you didn't read the T's and C's.
No.
Mate, that's wicked.
Okay, so 50 grand then, Mr. Achilles.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to, mine's different to yours.
You've chosen a BMW. That's
no, it's the second. I was going to say this is the first BMW. So, okay. So I've gone.
Wow, that's a lot of car for that money.
It is. And it's, do you
want to tell everyone what it is first?
Yeah, so I've gone for my practical daily. I've gone for an X3 M40i, which has always been one of my favourite sort of SUVs. It ticks so many boxes. Has the wonderful B58 in it. It's smooth, it's fast, it's relatively frugal when you're not pushing it. It's in a great package, and I know the X3 is just about to, or is being replaced right now as we speak. But I think that is just a brilliant car. This is a 21 plate, so it's a facelifted version. It's at a main dealer. Okay, it's done 30,000 miles, but that's only 10,000 miles a year. And this one is just under 40 grand, 39.5 grand. There's plenty online. It's a one-owner car, full service history. But it's a really nicely spec'd car. So that's my daily. And obviously...
It's less boring than the Audi.
It's definitely less boring than the Audi, yes. Yeah, I would... Yeah, it is less boring than the Audi.
Nice car, though. But you've only got 10 grand left.
Yes, so that's... So I've for this one, I've gone full on for the daily and not left myself too much for the runaround or the fun car. But I've actually been looking on the internet, as we all do, at what would 10 grand get me in a sports car package? And something I really, really love is something you've actually got. But obviously this is a much older version.
A Mini?
No. No, Porsche Boxster.
Oh, nice.
So 987 generation. Yeah. And so I actually had we had a Porsche Boxster when I was much younger with my ex, and it was one of these, exactly this. And I loved it. It's such a great car. So good. 240 horsepower. It's not fast, but it's fast enough. It's got 6 cylinders in it, so it sounds great. But yeah, this one, I think it's a 2-owner car. Okay, it's on 80,000 miles, but it's, 16 years old, so it's only 5,000 miles a year.
Nice car.
It's a nice spec. It's grey. I think it's Arctic grey or something with black leather interior. Really nice. 10 grand, like full service history. So yeah, a bit left field, but at the same time, that's going to be a car that you can enjoy in the summer months. And you've got the X3 M40i to do absolutely everything else in. And it's not going to be boring. I like that.
What I like about that gen of Boxster is they've aged really well.
Yes.
The one before that with the fried egg headlights, I don't think has aged very well at all. But that one's proper.
The only thing with this being a 0.1 is the things that's nav.
Tragic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're almost better off getting one without the nav in it, just so it looks less dated.
Or just blank it over.
Blank it over. But yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you an 8.
Yes. I think I would agree with that because I think yours is a better choice. Fair enough. Yeah, nice.
Okay, amazing.
We're very kind to each other here.
I know. Yeah,
it's very unlike.
Well, we've been doing all right. I'm just a kind person anyway.
Yeah,
it's you and Pat that are mean to me.
That's true.
So 25 grand.
Yes.
It's quite hard. 25 grand when one of the cars has to have a warranty.
Yeah.
And what I tried to do with all of mine was pick cars that were fun to drive, unlike like an A6 or a X5 or something.
Yep.
So I wanted a car that was fun to drive.
Okay.
So we're going to Korea again.
Okay.
And we're going i30M.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Just.
so 1 second. So this is your practical.
This is the practical.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
5 seats.
flipped it on the head. Yeah, yeah.
5 doors.
But where? Let's see one that's at a main dealer then with a warranty.
Oh, no, they don't need to have a. They've got manufacturer's warranty.
Oh, 5 years though.
Yeah.
So come on, show me one. Because these all look like
I might have gone for because I thought they were 21 reg.
Okay. Yeah. That's 28 grand. So you're over budget in your first car. Then?
All right. I did. I have.
No.
There we go. Just
no. 2019
full dealership history.
No. You'll find that most of that's at 23.5 grand. You'll find that most of these are just outside the warranty, and that's why they're priced like that. Yeah.
I thought I had
we'll let that slip.
I thought they had a 7-year warranty. Bollocks.
We'll let that slip because I've also got some slippage to do. So
okay, all right. Someone do slippage. So I figured that I would have, and someone like Targa Florio just near me actually, amazing dealer. Yeah. So you probably get like
you'd get a warranty with it anyway.
But let's go back to the car. They are fun cars.
Yeah.
Best part 300 horsepower, manual gearbox. They sound ace. And that's actually the fastback one, this one here, which I think is the better looking of them anyway.
Yes.
And I think it drives better. It doesn't axle tramp as much.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah,
I've not driven a fastback, but yeah.
Yeah, they're really, really nice. Okay. So I reckon you get one of them for, let's say, 30 grand. The you'd have to look around hard for.
You mean 20 grand?
Sorry, for 20 grand.
Yeah.
Sorry,
because this is the 25.
I know.
25.
I know, but this is the challenge. You see, so I think to get any half decent main car that you're going to use as your daily, is going to leave you with very little.
Yeah.
For your fun day Sunday car.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So I've gone with a budget of £5,000 for my Sunday fun day car.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm gonna try and find a £5,000 Mazda MX-5.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Now my challenge with the Mazda MX-5, and I'm gonna upset lots of Mazda MX-5 owners here,
including Rick the Spud. Oh no, wait, it's a Porsche, isn't it?
Yeah, it's trying to be. The only Mazda MX-5 I really like, styling-wise, is either the very latest one or the very first one with a pop-up headlights.
Yeah.
The others basically look like they've been melted a bit or were designed by someone who had vision problems.
You've got vision problems. Yeah, nice new cars.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about Stevie Wonder vision.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan. So the problem with the Mark 1s is you're going to struggle to get one for £5 grand. But there's loads in here for like 1,800 quid.
So what are you going to show me then, Ped? Are we literally live searching now?
Well, yeah, because the one I thought I had disappeared.
And not see these. What's that? Is that
that's the 3?
Yeah.
No, that's a Mach 2.
That's a Mach 2.
No, that's a Mach 2.
Yeah, that's a Mach 3.
The one that's not so bad.
Well, it looks. It's. Do you know what happened with the 3? Do you know why the 3 looks like it's on a? Looks like it's on a. What are they called when you put your car on bricks?
Oh yeah.
Do you know why it looks like it's sitting so high?
No.
Because when they designed that and signed it off, regulations stipulate that your headlights have to be a certain amount of distance off the ground.
Right.
And so I hope I'm not making this up. This is something I was told, but it does make sense. So the lights were too low, so it wasn't certified. They couldn't sign it off to be road legal. So obviously they finished the car and it was all ready to go. So the only way and the easiest way they could make that legal was jack the whole car up. So now on this one, I think it's be interesting.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, so that's why they all look like they're sitting about 3 inches too high.
Here you go. Mark 1, pop-up headlights, £2,100, 122,000 miles. Who was the previous owner? Captain Kirk.
Yeah, but that's over 25 years, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, true. I mean, you're not going to go wrong with that until it breaks down. About 10 minutes.
Well, on your drive home. Yeah.
Brilliant. But yeah. So I think you can have a bit of fun.
Yeah, I think you've given. I'm not. I think you've let yourself down here a little bit here.
Oh, mate.
Because
really?
this last one's a bit like, yeah, well, you could maybe, yeah, it's not, yeah, maybe, yeah, there you go. But it's not convincing. The other three have been amazing.
Right.
So I'm going to have to say, number one, this is out of manufacturer warranty.
No, because I could spend a bit more money now because that was only $2,000 for the MX-5.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to give you a 6 for this last one.
That's
Because I like the i30N suggestion's great.
Yeah.
But the other one just seems a little bit unresearched.
What? And then, oh, well, yeah, because I just got bored because they were crap.
See, there you go.
Well, I'm going to buy a $5,000 car. It's going to be crap.
No.
I'm going to get in it and hate it.
No, not necessarily. Ask Patrick. That's all he gets is $5,000 cars.
Yeah.
Or spends $5,000 on his Porsche every week.
But the scope there, you could get an i30N and an MX-5 for $25,000.
You could.
If you worked hard.
You could.
At finding one.
Yep.
Come on then. What are you going to go for?
Well, we're basically hitting the hour now, so I better get this done because we've got a sim session.
Yeah, in
right. So another
BMW. There's a surprise.
Okay. Actually, I thought I had. Okay, earlier on I said I thought I'd messed up in my.
Yeah.
This is no, I didn't. This is honestly, this is going to blow you away, mate. This is absolutely going to destroy. This is going to put me back on the board. It's probably going to win me the game. So we've got an F31, which for people that don't know, is the previous Shape 3 series, right at the end of its generation. So it's on a 19 plate.
Yeah.
It's a 330D, as the wonderful B57 that Pat and I had in that 7 series.
Yep.
Stop it.
Oh, BMW fanboy.
Mate, there isn't a better engine and there won't be a better combustion engine, in my opinion. In a lovely Estriol blue 3 Series touring package.
Well, you know the colour of that blue makes a change.
Estriol blue, black interior. It's got the Pro Nav. It is an absolutely lovely car. I think it's a one-owner car, this one.
Yeah.
20,300 quid at a main dealer. So it's got main dealer warranty. I think that is an absolute steal.
So I think you misconstrued the warranty. That's to be standard manufacturer's warranty. 3 years for that car.
No, but this is no. I said it has to have manufacturer's warranty. This has manufacturer's warranty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, Ped.
Come on, then. What are you going to spend me $5,000 then?
No, but come on. Can we just
all
appreciate?
Right. It's okay. Yeah.
For $20,000.
It's good for $20,000.
I mean, honestly, that got me thinking. I was like, geez, I don't need that in my life, and I don't have $20,000. But should I get it?
Just sell your M3.
Yeah. That would do 99% of the things that the M3 gets used for.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a lot of
You're
car.
not convinced.
A lot of car for $20,000.
Yeah. It's maybe not your taste.
You've got to step up on the.
Yeah. It's maybe but it is $20,000. It's at a main dealer.
Yeah. This
is where you're going to go. Right. You can buy something for $5,000. Okay. Here we go. £4,400. I spent a lot of time looking at these because there's loads of them on there. This particular one is a lovely, lovely, clean example. TT Roadster. Okay, it's only the
$4,500.
It's only the 160. This has it's a 2-owner car, full service history.
No way.
Parking sensors. It comes with 6 months warranty. But it's not, obviously, that doesn't matter.
See, that's amazing because those MX-5s I was looking at were all sheds and that looks all right.
Look at it, little manual, 6-speed, 2-owner car, very well looked after for $4,500.
Whoever the private seller is actually taking some time to take some decent
pictures. Yeah. But what a cool little car, no?
That's all right, yeah.
And if you saw that on the road, and I'm not the sort of person that goes, I hope people think I've got...
Put a private plate on it.
You would not look at that and go, it's a $4,000 car, would you?
Seats look good.
Yeah, it's just a lovely car. So I think, actually, I've proved that for less than $5,000, you can get something that looks and probably drives really nicely.
All right, yeah.
And I know that's a bit up your street. I know it's not quite a TTS or anything.
No, I'm a TT guy. That's very, very good.
So what are you going to give me for this 2-car garage?
I'm going to give you a 7, only because you were mean to me. And the BMW is a bit boring, but I like that. That surprised me.
Did you not give me a 7 because that means that it's a draw?
Is it 2 each?
I think it's 2 each. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'll take that because I think, to be fair, your 3 out of 4. Well, 2 out of 4 definitely probably just better than mine. One of them was on par, and then your last one was definitely yeah.
Well,
cool.
You see, the thing is, I'd expected to start with that one, so I was going to get better as I went along, and then he flipped it on its head.
Well, it's probably good because you got all that glory at the start, and then it all, Anyway, talking of glory, I need to go and kick your ass in the sim. So I think we should wrap this up. We've just gone over an hour.
So, you guys, you can either put your choices, if you can do all 4 different price ranges, put them in the comments below. Or what would be really cool is if you were to post it on Instagram and tag us in, and we'll share it.
Absolutely. Yeah, let us know. Remember the rules.
Yeah.
And let us know, what your thoughts are on our decisions and what you would choose, because I think it's very interesting.
So just tag in Drive Talk Podcast.
Yep.
Make sure you follow Drive Talk Podcast, and then we'll reshare any suggestions.
Absolutely.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Right, you're going to go and whoop me ass on the sim then. Pat, you up for a bit of simmage?
Yeah.
Pat's definitely up for some simmage.
Nice.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks again to Michelin, our headline sponsor, for the support and for Podium Place. We drank our coffee now. We need to go and get another one of those.
Yeah.
We'll put all their details. They're in the description anyway. But tune in next time for some Drive Talk Podcast fun.
Cool.
Oh, can you hear that? That's sim making a noise.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed that one.
Full motion sims. It was good.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.